Welcome to Intelligence Gateway.
General IT Policies 2. General IT policies are crucial for organizations to establish guidelines, standards, and procedures related to the use of information technology resources. Here are some additional examples of general IT policies. 1. Network Security Policy. Defines guidelines for securing the organization's computer networks and network infrastructure. Specifies requirements for firewall configurations, network segmentation, intrusion detection. 2. Mobile Device and BYOD, Bring Your Own Device, Policy. Outlines rules for device registration, data encryption, password protection, and remote device wiping. Addresses the use of personal devices for work purposes and outlines security expectations for BYOD scenarios. 3. Email and Communication Policy. Establishes guidelines for the appropriate use of email and other communication channels. Specifies rules for email usage, encryption requirements, acceptable content, and protection against phishing and malware threats. These policies should be customized to meet the specific needs and risk profile of the organization. Regular communication, training, and enforcement of IT policies are essential to ensure compliance, mitigate risks, and maintain a secure IT environment. 1. Security audits. Security audits are systematic assessments conducted to evaluate the effectiveness of an organization's security controls, policies, and procedures. These audits help identify vulnerabilities, gaps, and weaknesses in the security infrastructure and provide recommendations for improvement. Here are key aspects of security audits. 1. Scope definition. The scope of the security audit is determined, specifying the systems, networks, processes, and areas to be assessed. The scope may include physical security, network security, access controls, data protection, incident response. 2. Risk assessment. A risk assessment is conducted to identify potential threats, vulnerabilities, and the potential impact of security incidents. This helps prioritize audit activities and focus on areas of higher risk. 3. Evaluation of security controls. The effectiveness of existing security controls, such as firewalls, intrusion detection systems, access controls, and encryption, is assessed. Compliance with security policies, procedures, and industry best practices is evaluated. Security audits help organizations proactively identify and address security issues, strengthen the security posture, and demonstrate compliance with regulations and industry standards. They are a critical component of a comprehensive security program and should be conducted regularly to keep up with evolving threats and technology landscapes. 2. Backup policy. A backup policy outlines the procedures, guidelines, and best practices for creating and maintaining backups of an organization's critical data and systems. Here are some key elements typically included in a backup policy. 1. Backup frequency. Specifies how often backups should be performed based on the organization's data change rate. Different data sets may have different backup frequencies, with critical data requiring more frequent backups than less critical data. 2. Backup retention. Defines the duration for which backups should be retained. Considerations include compliance requirements, business needs, and the ability to recover data from different points in time. A well-defined backup policy helps ensure the availability, integrity, and recoverability of critical data and systems. It guides the backup process, facilitates efficient recovery in case of data loss or system failure, and contributes to business continuity in disaster recovery efforts. 3. Data protection policy. A data protection policy outlines the measures, guidelines, and procedures that an organization implements to safeguard sensitive data and ensure its confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Here are key elements typically included in a data protection policy. 1. Data classification. Defines different levels of data sensitivity and assigns appropriate classification labels, such as public, internal, confidential, or restricted. Specifies the handling requirements and access controls for each data classification level. 2. Data access controls. specifies the procedures and controls for granting and managing access to sensitive data. Outlines principles for user authentication, authorization, and least privilege access. A comprehensive data protection policy helps organizations protect sensitive data, mitigate the risk of data breaches, and comply with data protection regulations. It provides clear guidelines for data handling, access controls, encryption, backup and recovery, incident response, and employee awareness.
Thanks for watching. For more information, like, comment, and subscribe our channel.